Hi, I'm Allison Ruff, and today I'm going to talk about how technology has affected multiple disciplinary teams. So here I have a diagram about how teams, multiple disciplines, and technology are all connected. An example that I'm going to go with for this is that if a child's in the hospital, they have a team of people that work for them. So they would have their nurses, their doctors, child life specialists, oncologists, physical therapists. All of them have multiple disciplines. They all use technology to interact with each other, and they do form a team for the child. So when forming a team, you have different steps. So forming is the first step that happens, is when the team starts to meet each other, they get to know each other, they learn about how someone acts, what different personalities are, and they kind of bring out like a baseline of what they want their team goal to be. During this phase, it's important to be able to see each other and communicate with each other. You get to know that person. And if that's done over technology, you lose that impersonal connection that can be useful later on when you're working with a team. Storming is the second phase, and during storming there's a lot of hammering out who's doing what role, you're trying to figure out what your actual team goal is, you're working together to figure out those things, and if technology is in the way, there's a lot of miscommunication. So when there's miscommunication, there's difficult in finding out what way someone's interpreting things. So if you send an email, and you send an email to someone that's on your team, and you're like, hey, get this done. You might have just said, hey, please get it done, but they might have interpreted it as a command rather than something that was just a simple request that you wanted. So then technology was useful during that time, but it also miscommunicated with the team. Things get misinterpreted, people don't understand different things. So if that happens in that storming phase, you then lose a lot of easy communication between each other. So the last two stages are norming and performing. With norming, you were able to get everything done, everyone has their role, everyone has their goals, so they really know what's going on. And in that phase, technology is useful. It's something that's easy to just send an email that's like, hey, I got this part of this project done, you're more than welcome to start on your phase. I finished everything I need, or I've corrected a few things I made a mistake on. Emails are easier to send then. FaceTimes are easier to use then, rather than those first two stages that you really need to understand your team. Performing is when the project's complete, the goal's done, everyone knows what's going on, and they're finishing what they need to finish, and that might be another phase. It's really easy to just send an email or shoot a text or FaceTime someone that's like, hey, we're so glad we got this goal done, it's been awesome working with you. Having that kind of baseline communication, it's a little bit easier and faster to communicate through technology. Adjourning is our last phase. Adjourning is also optional. So a team could stay together, but they could also break apart. If the team breaks apart, email and FaceTime would be really easy to use. You would be able to communicate faster, quicker, especially if after that team breaks up, they all break up into different phases. It's awesome talking to you guys. See you next time.